If you have a history of defeat by your choices or by others, or you resigned many times from many things, check if in your Vedic astrology chart you have the following yogas. So we will be looking at the 4 such combination on different levels of a Charakaraka, the lordship, the Karaka, and then we will finalize with the dasha or timing for the variation. After this, if you experience a defeat or resignation, you will be able to time it, compensate with the tips, and also with the mantra. By the way, this is about the Indian or Vedic type of astrology. It's not only one sign, but we have 12 houses, and in those we have 9 planets. They are creating different scenarios for our life, which is called the karma. And not only that, we have 16 such charts for each area of life. If you want to draw such chart for yourself, you need to have a birth time, and then go to Devaguru website, put your details, and you will be able to see your chart. Okay, so let's roll the intro and start with the first one. Maybe we will divide the video for the 4 parts if it will be too big, but the first one is definitely the Charakaraka. So first we need to define what is the Karaka, then what is the Charakaraka, and how the war or the replacement on this level is happening. It's quite easy, so bear with me. There are many confusions here, like what things we use to define which planet is winning or losing. Do we use the Ayana Bala? Do we use the declination, or maybe the lower just in the longitude? So what should we do in this type of Yuddha or the war? And for this war, we are just seeing if in your chart you have planets which are having the same degree. So you have to see, for example, do you have a planet which have like 9 degrees or 20 degrees? The minutes can differ, but if the degrees are the same and the planets are in different houses or signs, then still you are dealing with Charakaraka war, Yuddha, or the replacement. So before going to the Charaka replacement and the Charakaraka, let's say what is the Karaka, and here we have the meaning and the 2 types. The name Karaka is created for the Kri root Sanskrit, which is the showing to act. And this is a planet which is responsible for producing some effects in our life. It is delivering the karma through our chart. We have the words karta, like the door, the karma, which is the object of the action, and we have the karana, which is instrument. And we have 3 such types. There is the Charakaraka, 8 of them, Stira, 7 of them, and Naisargika Karaka, 9 of them. So the Naisargika Karaka, probably all you know, this is just signification which is derived from the nature of the planet itself. For example, we know that Venus is about love and relationship, the Jupiter is about wisdom and children, Mercury is about the speech, the Moon is about the mother, care and healing, and so on. So just from the nature of the planet. But there is also signification which is derived based on the degrees of the planet. And this is called Charakaraka. So now this exotic term is open to you. Just see which planet has the highest degree. This is called Atma Karaka. This is one of the Charakaraka. And this is just showing the soul or yourself. For example, the second in that hierarchy, we have Amatya Karaka, which is about the work and the boss, and the last one is Charakaraka, about the relationship and the wealth. So based on the degrees, we are getting this additional Karakatva, which is the signification of the planets. So now what is the difference? The Naisargika Karaka is showing the blessing from the external world of view, and Charakaraka is just the experience, the interaction we have with those people. Do we have those real, authentic, deep experiences? Are we destined to have nice experience of relationship, of wealth, of our health and soul and success? This is Atma Karaka. So based on this Charakaraka, we can get those information. So the Atma Karaka is about the self, Amatya Karaka is about work and boss, the Bratri Karaka is about the guru and also our brothers. Then we have a Pitru Karaka, father, Matri Karaka, mother, Putra is our followers and the children. Then we have a Gnati Karaka, which is about community and enmity, and Dara Karaka about wealth and relationships. Okay, so we did the main types of Karaka. We know what it signifies. Then we went to the Charakaraka and the list. Now let's talk about the war or replacement. This happens when the 2 planets are in the same degree. Let's now talk about how it manifests, the remedy for that, the timing, and which planet wins. So So there are two types of war. One is when two planets are just in the proximity of 1 degree. This is the standard Graha Yuddha. And then we have the second, the Charakaraka Yuddha, when the planets may be in different houses or signs, but they have the same, we call Trim Shamsa, or they are in the same degree. So if you have two planets, let's say in a 20 degree, then they are forming this Charakaraka war. One planet will try to defeat the other, and the other may be empty or defeated. So who will win? The one which has a lower longitude will replace the one with the higher longitude. And what is the remedy? Usually this is the Shiva mantra, especially in the form of Atmalinga. So as usual, the best way to understand is to see the example, and then we can derive the formula how to see it in our chart. So we see two planets, 25 degrees, Mars and the Sun. The Sun is lower, so it tries to replace the Mars. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this person, then we'll go to the cause and timing. This is a chart of Alfred Gusenbauer, dating A, well known as being the Chancellor of Austria and then being in the board as advisors or Jupiter of two big companies related mainly to properties. He served only as a chancellor on those political party from 2007 to 2008, so we could say that it was prematurely ended. He was also the leader of a party SPÖ, and he created that success. He led those party to that big lines. So it happened in 1990 to 2000. From 2000 to 2007, he was the leader of that party. Then he got the peak, Raja Yoga 2007-2008, when he was this chancellor. And then after this retirement from 2009 till now, or rather till 2023, because there is also this twist. He was into those business, being in the board as an expert, not employed, rather we could say booked as a consultant for those companies related to the property. Now about the cause or timing. First of all, how do we know that this is related to the Mars? He became the chancellor in Aries, Narayana Dasha. And the Mars is in the 10th house in the Navamsha, which is also showing the property, big, huge wealth from property. And in the Dashamsa, also Mars is in 10th house in Leo, right? So Leo shows the place. This is the government work. And Mars is the 10th lord in the Rashi. So this is the king of the whole throne, right, of the 10th house. Okay, so now we know the timing. Let's see the cause. We need to analyze the two yogas. Mars was 10th lord in the 6th, so it's the king of the Raja Yoga in the 6th, which can be, if there is too much problem there, too many malefics, then 6th may flip from upachaya to dushtana, from something positive to more negative, when the enemy can totally take away the whole resources or fruits of the Raja Yoga. So let's see the Sun, 2nd lord, right, in the 7th house with A5. A5 may also show the followers. The Sun is someone who is like our business partner, or who is together we are forming some alliance. So they won the parliament, there was a big victory in 2006, but they had to partner with other Socialist Party OVP. And this was a big problem because that party was blocking many things. And because of that, he couldn't fulfill those promises he made. And that was a big problem. So you can see A5 may show those followers who were then turning away from him, because after that, he was replaced by own party. So the own party decided that we must replace this person with the other one. And that was because of that other political party, the Sun, whom he got into this alliance or partnership. Sun is in the 7th house. So that party, those followers replaced him. So the 10th lord in the 6th, his Raja Yoga was eaten up by the competition. But you can see also the role of that winning planet, how it is creating the problem. Therefore, we are giving the remedy here we would give for the Sun, so it will stop attacking the Mars. Maybe if you would do those remedies for the Sun, it would not be so aggressive, and then he would be able to fulfill those promises, and then he would have the full run. But because of that, there was this premature ending. So the Narayana Dasha of the start was in Aries, but then the conclusion of the term as a chancellor was in the beginning of Saturn. And this is the 5th Mahadasha, which is related to that Gemini. We see Lagna Lord in the 5th. You would like to know how to interpret this Narayana Dasha with the Vargas and Audaika Dasha, how to, we could say, translate the Graha Dasha of Vimshottari or variation to the sign type of dasha, so to know which sign is activated, then you can look at my lecture about these two dashas. The link will be in the description. So what's the lesson from this? If you have this yoga in the chart, see what houses, arudas, and generally yogas are connected to these two of the replacing and the replacer planet. You will know then the circumstances. See the natural age of these planets, because this will be very important to time it when it will fructify. See, of course, the Narayana Dasha and Audaika to get more specific result. And now maybe this bonus point, this is very interesting. We will here talk about the two dashas, how they differ, and Vimshottari and the variation, and how the global events have impacted the individual here, even on the country level, because he was then having those big positions which will influence many, many people. In the Adana Dasha, which was Saturn, this is more showing how the person is navigating through the global events which were thrown at the person. But to time those global events and to know what is really happening, to get that even more zoomed out perspective, we still can see the Moon Vimshottari, and then in 2008 we have the Mercury. And for those who are learning in this tradition, we say that if Mercury is in 8, it is repaying the debts for the person. I've observed that first it may start as a debt, but then the person pay it off. And I have seen this can also happen in the Navamsha. So here you can see in the Moon Vimshottari, 2008, that was the global crisis time of the banks, and it also influenced Austria in a very big way. And his role at that time was also taking the Austria out of this debt problem, out of this financial problem. So, and basically he was trying to navigate, and now he's doing that through the Adana, right? Through the Saturn, but he's fighting with the global consequences of Mercury. So now we can also appreciate how there's a big events, we could say mundane events, which will influence many, many people, were still reflected for this person on that country level decision. And here we can see that because Mercury is in the 8th house, if this is not afflicted, if this is strong, then we can say that person will do a good job for this role. Okay, so I think that will be the part 1. In the next parts, we will discuss how this manifests on the lordship, on the Karaka level, and then we will talk about what to do when many, many variation dashas are coming to the similar end of the period. This rule is taken from the Fal Deepika, and we will see how this works in the practice on the same chart. Okay, guys, thanks for being here on this channel and sticking with me till this point. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for similar videos in the future. If you like to have consultation with me, the analysis of your chart, providing the main remedies for the career, relationship, and health, please hit me up with this email and we can schedule a 60 or 90 minutes consultation. If you'd like to get more information about the variation dasha, please consider watching this one.